This seemingly simple yet immensely effective drug that has become a household staple worldwide has a fascinating history. Our story begins in the late 19th century with a compound called phenacetin. This was the era of exploration and innovation in medicine. Scientists were on a quest to discover new treatments for common ailments, and phenacetin was a product of this drive. Used as a pain reliever and fever reducer, phenacetin was widely accepted and used. However, as years passed, researchers started noticing some alarming side effects associated with long-term use of phenacetin, including certain kidney and blood-related conditions. This sparked a search for a safer alternative that could provide the same benefits without the associated risks. This is where Harmon Northrop Morse steps into the picture. An American chemist, Morse is the man we can thank for the invention of paracetamol. In the mid-20th century, he made a groundbreaking discovery. He found that by reducing p-aminophenol with glacial acetic acid, he could produce a compound that had similar pain-relieving and fever-reducing properties to phenacetin, but without the harmful side effects. This compound was paracetamol. Morse's discovery was revolutionary, but it didn't stop there. The journey of paracetamol from a laboratory discovery to a widely used over-the-counter medication was a long and complex one. It involved years of rigorous testing and trials to ensure its safety and effectiveness. Despite these challenges, the potential of paracetamol was undeniable. Its ability to provide effective relief from pain and fever, coupled with its safety profile, made it an attractive option for medical professionals and patients alike. And so it began to replace phenacetin in medical use, eventually phasing out the latter entirely. So paracetamol, as we know it today, was born out of the quest for a safer alternative to phenacetin. This humble little pill that we often take for granted has a rich and intriguing history, a testament to the relentless pursuit of scientific innovation for the betterment of human health. Paracetamol was introduced to the world in 1956, but not as the over-the-counter medication we know today. Instead, it was a prescription drug, a new player in the pharmaceutical industry, its potential yet to be fully recognized. Now, imagine the scene. Doctors, intrigued by this newcomer, began prescribing paracetamol to their patients. The public, ever trusting of medical professionals, began to experience the relief it provided. Word of mouth spread about this effective new painkiller, and the demand began to grow. However, it wasn't until 4 years later, in 1960, that paracetamol truly started to make waves. This was the year it transitioned from being a prescription-only medication to an over-the-counter drug. An important milestone, this shift allowed paracetamol to become accessible to the wider public, marking the beginning of its journey towards becoming a household name. The change was met with enthusiasm by consumers. No longer did they need a doctor's prescription to obtain this effective painkiller. They could simply walk into a pharmacy or supermarket and purchase a pack off the shelf. This convenience, combined with its proven effectiveness, made paracetamol increasingly popular. Over the subsequent decades, paracetamol's popularity continued to soar. It became a go-to remedy for minor aches and pains, fevers and cold symptoms. Its safety profile, when used as directed, further cemented its place in medicine cabinets worldwide. Its affordability was another factor contributing to its widespread use. Unlike some medications that can drain your wallet, paracetamol was, and still is, relatively cheap. This made it a practical choice for many, not just in the developed world, but also in developing countries. And so, from its humble beginnings as a prescription drug in the mid-1950s to being a staple in homes globally, paracetamol's journey has been nothing short of remarkable. Its transformation reflects how scientific advancements can lead to practical, everyday solutions for common health issues. And that's how paracetamol became a household name around the world. The journey of paracetamol from your mouth to the relief you feel is quite fascinating. The moment you swallow that pill, it begins its voyage in your body, starting with the stomach. Here, the tablet disintegrates and releases the active ingredient, paracetamol, which is then absorbed in the gastrointestinal tract. This process is surprisingly quick, with paracetamol reaching your bloodstream within 30 minutes to an hour. Once in the bloodstream, paracetamol is carried to the liver, the body's chemical processing plant. Here it's metabolized, or in simpler terms, transformed into a form that your body can use. This is where things get really interesting. The liver breaks down paracetamol into several byproducts, one of which is a substance called AM404. This byproduct plays a crucial role in the pain-relieving and fever-reducing effects of paracetamol. You see, AM404 has the ability to inhibit a certain enzyme in your body known as COX-3. This enzyme is responsible for producing prostaglandins, chemicals that cause inflammation and increase body temperature. So, by inhibiting COX-3, paracetamol reduces the production of prostaglandins, consequently easing pain and reducing fever. But that's not all. Paracetamol also works centrally on the nervous system. It increases our pain threshold, meaning we feel less pain from the same stimulus. This is achieved by blocking the signals of pain to the brain. Plus, it acts on the hypothalamic heat-regulating center, helping to lower body temperature during a fever. So there you have it. From the moment you swallow that paracetamol pill, it's a whirlwind journey of absorption, metabolism, enzyme inhibition, and central nervous system interaction. All these processes work together in harmony to deliver the relief you feel. So that's the science behind paracetamol's pain-relieving and fever-reducing magic. Is there a difference between branded and unbranded paracetamol? The supermarket shelves are stacked with an array of pain relief options at varying prices. Paracetamol, whether branded or unbranded, contains the same active ingredient. This active ingredient is what gives the medication its pain-relieving and fever-reducing effects. Whether it's a well-known brand or an unbranded generic, as long as it's labeled as paracetamol, it's guaranteed to contain this key player. However, the story doesn't end there. While the active ingredient remains the same, the inactive ingredients, often referred to as excipients, may vary. These excipients, though inactive, play crucial roles in the medication. They help to shape the tablet, enhance its stability, and aid its absorption in your body, among other things. So yes, the inactive ingredients in a branded paracetamol may differ from those in an unbranded one. But does this impact the effectiveness of the drug? The simple answer is not likely. Regulatory bodies, such as the FDA or MHRA, require generic drugs to demonstrate bioequivalence to the branded version. This means that the unbranded paracetamol should work just as well as the branded one. Once again, regulatory bodies have stringent standards in place. Both branded and unbranded paracetamol must meet these standards, ensuring the safety and efficacy of the product. To sum it up, whether you choose branded or unbranded paracetamol, you're essentially getting the same active ingredient designed to work in the same way. The choice between the two often comes down to personal preference, cost considerations, and perhaps any potential allergies to specific inactive ingredients. In essence, whether branded or unbranded, paracetamol works the same way. If you like this video, please like this video. It could really help us reach more great people like you. Thank you. Let's get back to it. Paracetamol, also known as acetaminophen in some parts of the globe, is a household name, one that's been etched into our medicine cabinets for decades. It's a staple in our first aid kits and a trusted companion in our battles against fever, pain, and the occasional headache. Today, it's one of the most widely used over-the-counter drugs across the world. Its popularity stems from its broad effectiveness and safe profile when used appropriately. It's a versatile drug, available in various forms, from tablets and capsules to liquids and even suppositories. Its flexibility in administration makes it accessible and user-friendly, contributing to its widespread use. In terms of safety, paracetamol, when used as directed, has a well-established safety profile. It's generally well tolerated and has fewer side effects compared to other over-the-counter pain relievers. However, it's important to remember that, like any drug, misuse or overuse can lead to adverse effects. There's an ongoing educational effort to ensure users understand the importance of adhering to the recommended dosage. As well as exploring new uses of the drug, scientists are also studying potential risks associated with long-term use of paracetamol. Early findings suggest a possible link between prolonged use and certain health conditions, but again, these are preliminary findings that require further investigation. In essence, paracetamol remains a key player in our medical arsenal. Its journey from a serendipitous discovery in the late 19th century to a global healthcare staple is a testament to its effectiveness and versatility. Here's another video you might find interesting, but for now, thanks for watching.